Tonight on STN Channel 2 News, we investigate how secure the university is in case of a fire.
And the university is offering a new grant to students as a continuation of the Empowering Change series. We have the details.
And also, the university received new recycling bins on campus. We look into the university's plan for recycling. All that and more right now on STN Channel 2 News. Thank you for tuning in to a special alumni edition of STN Channel 2 News. I'm Susie Hunter.
And I'm Spencer Allen Brooks. Thanks for joining us.
After a student spotted a fire extinguisher with a tag saying it failed a safety inspection, STN's Rachel Sisto took a look at the fire equipment inspections across campus.
There are panels like this installed across campus containing fire equipment in case of emergency. But what happens when the equipment inside just isn't up to snuff?
Typically, if it's something really, really bad where it's undercharged, it will be immediately taken out of service because obviously it won't work.
Every extinguisher on campus is inspected monthly to ensure they'll work if they're ever needed.
On a monthly basis, we're looking for make sure that it has a safety pin, tamper seal, that it's got a full charge, and that there's no physical damage to the cylinder.
Investigator Peeler says that the inspection tags can sometimes be misleading, and that just because an extinguisher failed its inspection doesn't mean it's unsafe.
If it's something small, like it's missing a tamper seal, we may not immediately take it out of service, especially if the gauge is okay.
And he says students shouldn't worry if the panel says there's a fire hose inside, and there isn't one.
It's not missing. It's missing in the literal sense, but it's okay to be missing. The fire hose cabinets are old school. They're from like the 60s, 70s era, when fire hose was a common thing to put into the buildings instead of a sprinkler system or instead of fire extinguishers. Modern code doesn't require the hose to be there. In fact, it's more complicated to actually have the hose there than to not.
Rachel Sisto, STN Channel 2 News.
And public safety wants to remind everyone not to stay behind and attempt to fight a fire, but to evacuate as soon as an alarm sounds.
The university's Martin Luther King Day Committee is looking for student applicants for the Empowering Change Through Service grant. Individuals or groups that wish to apply must submit a proposal of the project or initiative created to better the community. For this event, the community includes campus and neighboring towns across Connecticut. The winner will be awarded $500 for project-related expenses and will be recognized at the celebration program on...
Located next to the carnival. I'm hoping that it will show the students that we are part of a larger community, that there are folks out there that a project will help. It will get them out into the public. It will show them leadership skills on filling out the application, coming up with the idea, filling out the budget, submitting it, everything on time. I think you'll see creativity, leadership, service, and maybe continuing to live the Martin Luther King dream.
More information can be found on the university's website, and the completed application and proposal should be submitted by November 3rd, 2014.
Just recently, the university has received recycling dumpsters to help with sustainability on campus. STN reporter Jessica Drury went to learn more about these new additions.
These new dumpsters, located next to the Conover Market and between the Village Quads 4 and 5s, were added with the hopes of keeping Hartford's campus a sustainable environment.
But for the past several years, students have told us that the easier we make it for them to recycle, the more likely we will engage in recycling activities.
These single-stream recycling bins make it more efficient for students to recycle their cans, bottles, and paper recyclables all at once.
We've placed those in areas near where the garbage dumpsters are, so that on the theory that you're bringing out your trash, oh, I'll bring out my bottles and cans or my newspapers or whatever you're recycling at the same time.
Dr. Harvith admits that it is more of a challenge to recycle at an institution like Hartford, but as a whole, the university is making good progress by having these dumpsters.
I think having these new dumpsters make it more visible and just reminds people. And to me, the easier we make it for people to recycle, the more likely they're going to recycle.
Jessica Drury, STN Channel 2 News.
Dr. Harvath would also like to remind students that the dumpsters are a convenience for students attending the University of Hartford and hopes to make this difference in recycling habits on campus.
So now it looks like we're going to take a stop to check the weather, and as I was driving here to campus, I got hit by rain and sun. It was interesting. It was raining. There was some sprinkles, and
I don't know how you
then
keep
it cleared
together.
up.
That I would have been done.
I know. Me too. I couldn't even. Marshall, what's going on?
Marshall, can you even?
Well, Spencer and Susie, sometimes I can even, but whether the weather is cold or whether the weather is hot, together we'll weather whatever the weather is, whether we like it or not, after the break.
Coming up after the break, after having a close call or having to close down last semester, WSAM is almost ready to make a full comeback.
Also, the alumnus of the university received a prestigious honor at the happiest place on earth. We'll have more about the university's connection to Disney.
And STA is hosting a dance-a-thon for a special cause. We'll tell you what to expect. Stay tuned to 2.
This is the moment I knew. His future had no boundaries.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
And now, your STN2 weather forecast.
Welcome back to the Weather Desk. I'm Marshall Ross. I don't even go here. All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray, but don't you worry, child, because here comes the sun, but not for long. Before I go into that, let's take a look at what it was like outside today. Outside, there were a few clouds over this October weekend. Sun's starting to come out later in the day. All the leaves, as I said, changing color. If we take a look at our first map here for Saturday night, tonight, we're going to look at around mid-40s, low 50s around the area, and looking at Sunday morning and Sunday later in the day. High and low 50s, chance of clouds, a little bit of sun, not too bad overall. Looking at this weekend, we see that on Saturday, we're going to have some warmer weather around midday, and in the afternoon, it's going to be really, really, really cold. So you're going to have to bring a jacket. Again, Sunday, Monday, colder weather. You're going to have to start bringing jackets to class as you go. To take a look at the 7-day right here. As I said, this weekend, a little bit chilly. There's going to be, as we saw today, there was just every New England weather chance of happening. Rain, sun, snow, clouds, who knows. And then the rest of the week is pretty much about the same. It's going to be mostly rainy and a little bit cloudy, but not too bad.
So I'm going to have to bring my jackets out.
I know.
Put the flip-flops away.
Yeah,
devastated.
So sad.
Keep them away. We were just saying your hair looks very nice.
Oh, thank you.
I haven't seen this much good hair on the anchor desk in quite a long time. So we're blessed.
Years.
Very hashtag blessed.
Thank the weather for that.
Thank the weather.
Well, one of 2 radio stations on campus, WSAM serves as a student-run station for students interested in the radio industry. But after shutting down early last year, the station is looking to bounce back in a big way. Here's News Director Scott Roberts.
Airing on 105.3 FM, WSAM has made their name known all across campus as the school's student radio station.
You know, our goal was to be like the top people. You know, we have like such a huge space. You know, we are the biggest run student organization on campus. So that, and then no one knows about us, is kind of like, how are we the biggest run organization on campus if no one really knows about us?
However, back in March, the station was forced to shut down to allow crews to begin removing asbestos from the Commons building. Since then, it's been a tough road back to on air.
We definitely hoped it was going to happen faster than it has been. We keep on running into like little setbacks that end up piling up. We're pretty much doing everything that we would normally be doing except for having radio shows. So we're still doing all the live events. We do like 1 to 2 live events a week usually.
Despite their inactivity since last semester, WSAM says it's only a matter of time before they're back up and running and taking new students so that they too can put their shows on the airwaves.
Just because we're not looking for new people now and we're not having members meeting now doesn't mean that we're not going to need them. Like as soon as we start up, we're going to need a whole bunch of new DJs and people who are willing to do live events and live DJs.
We don't want them to come into a station that's still being renovated and having to do their shows and everything through that. We'd rather just have a whole new clean slate. Guys, WSAM is back. They're better than ever. This is the best time to join the station.
Scott Roberts, STN Channel 2 News.
Miller says returning members will be airing their shows on WSAM soon. You can listen to them by tuning into 105.3 FM on campus. You can also check them out on social media and Twitter and Instagram. It's WSAM Radio.
A university alumnus has been selected to be a Walt Disney World ambassador beginning January of 2015. Nathaniel Palma, who graduated in 2011 from the University of Hartford's Barney School of Business, was one of 2 out of thousands of applicants who was granted the 2-year title. As an ambassador, his responsibilities will include hosting events, serving as a master of ceremonies, and recognizing cast member milestones and achievements.
SGA will be hosting the first ever dance-a-thon on Saturday, October 25th from 6 to 2 in the GSU cafeteria. There will be performances from many of the student dance teams, and a silent auction will be taking place where students can bid on pretty much anything. Students can participate in dance, hula hoop, and musical chair competitions, and the event is important to students and touches many of their hearts personally.
The Dance-a-thon is an event that's very close to me. I've been planning it actually since spring, so since May. I've been working closely with Felicia Bumpus from CAT, and the reason why I'm having the event is because my little brother actually has sickle cell anemia. I wanted to throw an event that would help children like him. So all of the money that we raise that night will be donated to the Hole in the Wall Gang Camp.
The Hole in the Wall Game Camp in Ashford, Connecticut helps children with severe medical conditions enjoy the camp experience. Tickets are just $5 each and they can be bought at Hawk Hub or going to the SCA office in GSU.
If you've ever been interested in joining the world of television, STN is a great way to check it out. Whether you're interested in producing, advertising, engineering, reporting, photography, directing, graphic design, sports, we have it all. Stop by our office in Gengris, room 120G, and it could change your life. Sure changed mine.
It changed mine as well. Best decision I probably ever made in college.
Exactly. We're the most successful people I know now because of it.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, full coverage on the gubernatorial election taking place in Massachusetts. That's coming up.
Yes, and we'll also bring you the latest news on the Ebola virus and what the government is planning to do to fight the disease.
And the Hartford City Council approved a new development plan. We'll tell you what it brings to the city after the break.
And Shelter Pets make Super Pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a Shelter Pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
You're watching STN Channel 2 News.
Welcome back. If you've ever had an idea for a story you would like us to investigate or an event we should cover, just let us know. Send us an email to tips@stn2.tv, or you can submit a tip through text message at 860-631-STN2. Also get all of your campus news updates by following us on Twitter at twitter.com/STN2.
The Barney School of Business will be holding its 3rd annual Intersection of Risk and Finance Symposium. During this event, guest speakers will come in to discuss the differences between the fields of insurance and finance. The event will also discuss the current trends, issues, and other business solutions in these areas. This event takes place Wednesday, October 29th from 5 to 7 p.m. in the Millard Auditorium. To register, go to anchoronline.org/risk-and-finance.
And that same day, students are invited to the interactive workshop and lecture discussing the perfect LinkedIn profile. Students will learn how to use social media to get noticed in the professional world. The event is free and open to the public and will run from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 at Conover Great Hall. Attendees are encouraged to bring their own device to work on their LinkedIn profiles during the workshop. For more information, contact Alex Corey at wellfund@hartford.edu.
Last week, STN covered the 2014 Connecticut gubernatorial election. This week, our election coverage continues with STN's Brendan Madonia. He's here live with the latest on the gubernatorial race in the state of Massachusetts. Brendan, what can you tell us about the candidates this year?
Well, Susie, this year's race is between Democrat Martha Coakley and Republican Charlie Baker. Baker ran last year against current Governor Deval Patrick and lost by 6% of the vote.
Now, with Baker and Coakley leading the pack, who has the advantage going into Election Day?
Well, it's a really close back-and-forth race, as the Boston Globe has been conducting polls that showed between September 14th and 16th, Coakley was up 39% to Baker's 36%. That then changed the following week as they reported Baker up by 2% with 40% of the vote to Coakley's 38%. A recent poll by the Globe now shows that it's a tie between the two candidates, both with 41% of the vote. One of the big issues in Massachusetts Commonwealth is health care and the Affordable Health Care Bill.
Healthcare certainly is a major topic of interest in all states, but even more so in Massachusetts. What are the candidates saying about it?
Well, the only candidate that is for it is Attorney General Coakley, who is concerned with how expensive health care is getting. Here's what she had to say in a recent debate on the topic.
If your child has a brain tumor, you want him to go to Children's Hospital. If your sister is suffering from breast cancer, you want her at a good hospital in Massachusetts. People come from all over the world to get their health care here because we do have health care that's been focused on quality care, excellent care, and what our office has done is show that it's very expensive.
Now, Baker brought up the fact that Coakley had representatives that could have waived the health care bill but chose not to go to them. The Massachusetts people are keeping a close eye on this race as it comes down to the wire with Election Day only a few weeks away.
Brendan Madonia, we appreciate you taking a break from the sports desk to fill us in on the upcoming elections. Thank you.
No problem.
Well, it looks like a baseball stadium will be coming to Hartford. The Hartford City Council approved a development plan on Tuesday that would do just that. The $350 million project calls for a minor league ballpark to be built on vacant land just north of downtown, bringing the Newburgh Rockettes to Hartford. In addition to the ballpark, the project would also bring new housing, retail, and a brewery to the area. Construction on the stadium is expected to be completed in April of 2016. And a nurse in Dallas with the Ebola virus may have had symptoms several days prior to being diagnosed by authorities. Officials say Amber Vinson was hospitalized Tuesday after learning she was among those who cared for Ebola victim Thomas Eric Duncan. Many are concerned now that Vinson may have symptoms while flying on 2 commercial flights in the U.S. She has since been taken to an Atlanta hospital, Emory Hospital, for treatment. 2 more Americans are also being treated for the virus at this time.
Here in Connecticut, a Yale University doctoral student was hospitalized Wednesday night after showing Ebola-like symptoms. The student had been conducting research in Liberia and returned back to the United States on the 11th. Yale New Haven Hospital officials has confirmed that the student tested negative for the Ebola virus. The CDC and State Department of Public Health confirmed the results Saturday afternoon.
And President Obama was scheduled to make a trip to Bridgeport on Wednesday to participate in a campaign rally for Governor Daniel Malloy, who is currently running for re-election against Tom Foley. This would have been the president's first public appearance in this year's fall election campaign. However, that trip was postponed so he could meet with the cabinet agencies to discuss the government's response to the recent Ebola outbreak.
In meeting with officials, Obama issued an executive order Thursday, October 16th, paving way for deployment of National Guard and Reserve forces into West Africa to help contain the outbreak there. Defense Department officials said the executive order was necessary to speed the deployments and would allow the president to send additional forces if needed. It's expected to help build 17 Ebola treatment centers. Sources say no decision has yet to be made. So far, health officials have recorded more than 2,400 deaths in Liberia caused by Ebola.
Well, 20 minutes past the hour, and it's time for a check on sports. And it's going to be a big weekend, Nick, for sports.
Yeah,
with,
there is a
alumni
lot
here
going on this weekend. I'll tell you all about it. Good afternoon and welcome to the Sports Desk. I'm Nick Drago. Coming up after the break, we have the men's soccer highlights from their last game against rival Stony Brook. Grrr! Plus, we catch up with senior Chanel Johnson. So stay right here, because STN Channel 2 Sports is next.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy. Oh, and she even talks to it. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Runner on first base. Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
And now, your Channel 2 Sports.
Okay, so today on campus old habits die hard. Welcome back. Now, the men's soccer team has been struggling as of late, losing 2 of their last 3 decisions. However, they have been undefeated here at Al Marzouk Field. Now, were they able to keep the streak alive against Stony Brook? To the moving pictures we go. And there are the boys getting ready, getting pumped up for SBU. First half, Tryon with the ball. Nice shot here, saved by McMahon. 1 of his 3 on the day. It was a rough and tumble outing, as you see. Andre Morrison not playing well here with Duval. 17 fouls on the Hawks, and he does not look happy after this one. Second half, no score. You'll see Rohan Roy here, sidling past the defenders and the goalie. He's going to punch this into the net. Here it is. Here it comes. Kaka! Yuha! With the 1-0 lead. Turned down for what? That's right, boys. Go ahead and let your hair down. Time is running out now. Udi Cohen getting the feed by Tryon. Off the post here. Cohen, though, he's going to get another shot. There it is off the post. Here comes Cohen, but McMahon knocking it away like a brick wall. Minutes left in the match. SBU with 1 final push. I'm not going to waste your time. It's no good. Hawk Nation domination all day and night as the Poitras Patrol gets the win. Now, as you see, the men survive against the Seawolves. Rohan Roy was the hero for the Hawks, scoring the lone goal with his only shot on target. SBU goalkeeper Tom McMahon played well with 3 saves, obviously giving up the game winner. And coming up for the men is the UNH Wildcats here at home, so be sure not to miss that one, folks. Now on to the Lady Hawks team. as they faced Maine on Thursday. The women have been on fire lately, winning their last 4 games to remain undefeated in conference play. Now, as you'll see, neither team put one in the back of the net. However, it was an intense battle that went right into overtime. Keeper Jessica Jurg had a great game defending the net, denying 6 shots on goal. The women return to the pitch this Sunday to play UMBC. Now, so far, the ladies have been having a successful season, thanks in part to senior striker Chanel Johnson, who stepped up big time to lead them. Now, STN's Rachel Sisto has more.
With 11 goals and 25 points this season, senior Chanel Johnson leads the team in almost every stat, even scoring 6 of this season's game-winning goals. But Chanel says their team's chemistry is what makes them succeed.
I think the team is cohesive on and off the field, which makes it better on the field. We're really hungry this year, and we're really focused since day one, but it's important to not lose focus at this point in the year.
But being Chanel's senior season, the team knows she'll leave big shoes to fill next year.
It's going to be different without Chanel. We work really well together, so to find someone like that is going to be really hard.
Every year the team changes. I mean, we're going to miss Chanel. She's not someone that's replaceable. We have to find a different way to play. But we're kind of in the same position that we were when we lost Amelia Pereira. We're like, who's going to step up and fill that void?
But Chanel's reflecting on her stellar career with the Hawks, not thinking about the end of the season.
It means a lot to me. I think I've grown a lot since when I first came in. Right now I don't want it to end, which is why I'm putting in all this work. I love it.
And with the best record in the America East, it looks like the team's hard work is paying off. Rachel Sisto, STN, Channel 2 Sports.
Now on to men's lacrosse. Coach Peter Lawrence announced his captains for the upcoming year. The 3 players chosen to lead the team are Chris Duffy, Brian Monks, and Rob Zecker. Duffy is a junior defender and is 5th all-time in caused turnovers with 25. Monks is also a defender, entering his senior year with the red and white. He did not miss a single game last season and dominated the field for the Hawks, starting twice in 2014 and recorded 21 ground balls. And with these 3 leading the charge, it's sure to be a spectacular year for the LAC squad. Ooh, do you smell that? It's not my BO. It's basketball season, and it's right around the corner. The Hartford Hawks men's and women's teams are looking to make this one year for the history books, and they're starting with the fans. News director Scott Roberts is pulling double duty this week and has more on the school's effort to get students out to the Chase.
Last Monday, students came out to the Chase Family Arena to participate in a fan forum with coaches John Gallagher, Jen Rosati, and new AD Anton Goff to help make the student fan base a dominant force when the Hawks hit the hardwood.
I think the word is enlightening. I think the students have great feel on the student culture, and you can see the definite change in how serious basketball is being taken now.
You know, I think the one good theme that we came out of today is just blowing up the game day theme and making people excited when they wake up in the morning that there's a basketball game that night or that afternoon. So.
Director Goff also showed a motivational video of top student fan sections around the NCAA and explained how that can happen here at Hartford.
First and foremost, you see it at other schools. That doesn't mean Hartford can't do it. And I think that's why I wanted to play the video to show, the people that came today, this is where we're going and this is what I want us to be. And
both coaches are optimistic about the upcoming season, with both teams bringing back key players and adding new faces to the roster.
I think our freshmen will add to areas that we need improvement on, and I think our depth is going to be tremendous because like you said, we're getting players back from injury. We are returning a lot of players that played a lot of minutes, and hopefully our team will be really hungry.
Let's be consistent. I think once we, get in a rhythm and get in a flow, I think we'll be a hard out because we really know how to play and we know each other.
The men are up first at home against St. Peter's on Sunday, November 16th. Then the women take on Providence at home on Thursday, the 20th. Scott Roberts, STN Channel 2 Sports.
Thank you, Scott. Now to take a look at the upcoming games for the weekend. The men take on conference foe UNH at 7 p.m. Then women's volleyball team is in action, also facing the Wildcats on Sunday at 1. And finally, the ladies soccer team is in action against UMBC, also on Sunday at 2. And if you don't like any of that, then you are going to have a miserable, terrible, no good Hawktober celebration.
Well, thank you, Nick. We always love your enthusiasm.
You're welcome.
You have not lost it.
It's going to be a good Hawktober weekend. I know. I love coming back to see my old professors who taught me so much and my friends who taught me how to play flip cup. It's really good to be back.
Yeah. All right, well, thanks for joining us. I'm Spencer Allen Brooks.
I'm Susie Hunter.